Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another review, this time with Demon Hunter. I need to apologize, first of all, because I had some exams a few days ago and some projects to finish as well. So I had almost no time to do the review. But now we are back, so let's go. So first of all, Gunslinger Kurtrus, 5 mana for 6, battle cry if your deck has no duplicates, for 6 random 2 damage shots at minions in the enemy's hand. This is a really cool disruption card. It's a unique effect that we haven't seen before, I think. Not sure. Probably. It's an interesting one because it kills almost all the aggro cards if your opponent has one, and if they spend all their mana on early game minions, then you can potentially kill like their Magata or whatever it's called, the 5 mana 5/5 that draws 5 cards. So that's something to keep in mind. Or it can kill their win condition, like Marogar, for example, in Undead Dead Knight. Because I feel like if it's turn 5, they probably spend all their early game minions, and then it's like almost like Patchwork, for example. So this one feels alright as a Highlander card. Again, it feels unique. I for sure could see this one being played in Standard and Wild. Also, we haven't seen the neutral Reno card yet, so that one probably is also going to be amazing. I probably won't do star ratings again, because I feel like that takes some time. So I will just say if it's playable or not playable in Standard Wild Arena. So I would say it's playable in both formats. It's like 4 stars in Standard and like 3 stars in Wild. And in Arena, I'm not sure if Highlander cards are going to be playable. I can't remember if they were playable like before. But if they are, then it's probably like 2 stars, honestly. Next one, Snake Eyes. 3 mana, 2/3, Naga. Battle cry, roll 2 dice, then discover 2 cards of those costs. Doubles to get an extra discover. So this discovers cards from 1 mana to 6 mana, and it can discover 2 or 3 of them. Like, do you ever need value? I mean, in Highlander, you probably play this card, because in Highlander you probably need the value, so I guess this is a Highlander card only. But other than that, I don't know, it's super weird, because like, it's not discover, or it's not going to give you the benefit from your class. So you can get like free neutral, I don't know, for focus minions, which is of course bad. Or you can get, yeah, it just feel clunky in other decks. I thought that maybe you could run it in Relic DH, but even then, if you discover, no, I would have to roll one. No, I would have to roll 1, 3, or 6, and then get super good RNG. No, it's probably just better to play some other relic support. So I can see this one only being played in Highlander Dead Knight, Demon Hunter. So that's the only way. And in Arena, it's value generator, so in Arena it's going to be good. So I would say in Wild, I feel like it's unplayable. So in Wild it's 1, in Standard it's like 3, because value is always good. The stats are not great, but still value. So 3 in Standard, and in Arena it's like 4. Next one, Blind Eye Sharpshooter, 3 mana, 1/5, Naga. After you play a Naga, deal 2 damage to a random enemy and draw a spell, then switch. So the switch is between a Naga and a spell. It's like the mage one. But this one is of course worse, because it doesn't refresh your mana. So you need to somehow cheat some mana before with a card we'll see in a bit. And yeah, these are Naga minions. Some of them could discount other Naga minions and spells, like this one, for example, Wayward Sage. But other than that, I feel like there's only one other possible discount. This one can discount stuff as well. You probably play Deputy. And this one is cheap, and this Mistake is cheap. Yeah, like this card is nice, but you need some discounts. So I would probably give this one like, I like this effect is insane, so I can underestimate it. So I would give it like 3 stars in standard, but in wild I don't think it's going to work. So in wild it's just 1 star, and in arena I feel like it's just a free mana 1/5 body, which is of course bad. So I would give it 1 star in arena, to be honest, maybe 2 or something in between. Who knows? Bartender bot, 2 mana, free 1 mech. Battle cry, draw an outcast card and slide it to the left side of your hand. These are the outcast cards. A lot of them are kinda cheap, and there's not that many of them. There's only 9 cards in total, which is still weird that Demon Hunter should be about outcast cards, and there's only 9 cards so far in standard. Yeah, this card is for sure playable. You can probably play like a weird menagerie Demon Hunter maybe with this card, and you can somehow buff your minions and play the Amalgam Band, because you have Naga, you have Beast, you have Demon. I feel like that should be possible, maybe. You can probably play it in Relic DH as well. I don't know, like, what you would want to play in that case. Probably Wayward Sage. That actually would be kinda nice, I guess. You probably played in Outcast Demon Hunter as well, so it's for sure playable. Not sure about Wild, because in Wild you probably run either a questline deck, and the deck probably doesn't need the Bartender bot, or you play Odd, the Demon Hunter, and this is not an out card, so yeah. In Wild I feel like it's 2 stars, in standard it's 3 or 4 stars. Probably 4. Because I feel like it's insane if it activates the outcast effect right away, and you can build your deck around it, kinda. And in arena, if you're playing the Demon Hunter, then I think it's 4 stars. Because in arena it's more powerful than in standard and well. Another one, 4 mana, Fend the Hammer. Deal 6 damage split among the lowest health enemies. This one feels like a worse spell, Shell Shot, which is the 3 mana, deal 3, 2 and 1 damage to the to any random opponent minions in Hunter. So this one just feels worse. It has no spell school. That's another thing to keep in mind. It's worse Fireball. It's just, I don't know. This card feels unplayable to me. So I would give it just 1 star in all the modes, to be honest. Even in arena, it's 4 mana, and you don't even kill like 2 drops almost. So yeah. 3 mana, Loaded Chamber. It's a fell spell, deal 2 damage. Your next Naga, fell spell, and weapon costs 1 less. This one, if you are playing a Naga deck, you obviously play this one. It's a really good mana cheating card, which of course you want to play. And that was the card I was talking about when you are going over the epic Naga card. Yeah, like you probably don't play it in other decks, but maybe you can play it actually in Wild, potentially in, what's it called, Jace, in some Jace, maybe a Reno deck. That's a possibility, I guess. But yeah, I don't think the Naga Fell spell and stuff is going to work in Wild. So in Wild I would just give it like 2 stars maybe, because still it's mana cheat, but it's too expensive for Wild, in my opinion. And in Standard, if the Naga deck is good, then this is like 4 stars. But for now I would give it like 3 stars. Even though I'm probably more exaggerating. Probably should be like 2 stars, to be honest, unless we get some other mana cheat and cheap Nagas. And in Arena, this is alright in Arena. So I would give it like 3 stars. Push Desperado, 2 mana, 3/2 Naga. Battlecry, if you have cast a spell while holding this, give your hero +3 attack this turn. This is a really cheap and really good minion for any Demon Hunter deck. I would say it's as similar as Gana Glismith, which is a 3 mana 3/3 demon, and it has Outcast, which is probably harder to achieve than just casting 1 spell, which is much easier in a class that has like 50% or more spells in the deck. You can play it in Relic, you can play it in Outcast probably as well. It's like 1 swing with Fiery Vortex plus you get the body on board. So yeah, I think this one is pretty solid. You could play it in Wild as well. So I would give it like 3 stars in Wild, 4 stars in Standard, and in Arena it's sick as well. So I would give it 4 stars in Arena as well. I also feel like you can play it in Reno decks, obviously, and you probably play it in Wild, in Quest, Demon Hunter. Midnight Wolf, 6 mana 6/6 beast, rush, outcast, summon a copy of this. This obviously works with discard, Bartender Bot. So that's one bonus. Other than that, it kinda fucks you over because of the discover pool in Leader Studies, and because of Valerin? I'm not sure how it's called. The 4 mana 3/3 a legendary minion that gives you 2 cards, 2 outcast cards on the right side and left side of your hand. It actually might be kinda alright if you get it to the left side of your hand, but if you get it to the right side of your hand, then you are basically locked. I mean, this card is basically locked. It's still like 4 mana 6/6 with rush, so it's alright, but yeah. But other than that, as I said, it probably can work in some zoo deck if it's possible, which it probably could be possible. It probably won't be good, but I kinda want to try it, to be honest. Their Menagerie deck. Yeah, it's a rush minion, so Halveria can activate it, or it can activate Halveria. But other than that, of course, you can hand buff it somehow, if that's possible. I'm not sure if there are any minions or spells that can draw this card specifically from your deck and buff it potentially. Or actually, there is the 5 mana guy, and the neutral one. Let me just scroll a bit. This one. It's probably too slow though. Never mind. But it's a possibility. But it's probably too slow into this game. So in Wild, I would probably give it like, I don't know. I like the card, but it's just too slow probably. So in Wild, I would give it 2 stars, even though it's probably 1 star. In Standard, it's It's probably 2 stars, to be honest, because I can see maybe a Reno deck running it, or the Menagerie deck. And in Arena, it's probably alright. In Arena, it's probably like 3 stars. Pocket Sand, 2 mana, deal 3 damage, quick draw, your opponent's next card costs 1 more. This is like a disruption that this card usually didn't have. I feel like there's another spell for Shaman that is almost the same, but you need to kill a minion and the next opponent's spell, not only a card, would cost 2 more, which is probably a little bit better. Because if you play this in the early game, it's probably just better for them to not play spells. Or actually, is it? Yeah, maybe not. This card feels alright. I would just give this one in Vault you probably don't play, to be honest. So in Vault I would just give it 1 star, but in Standard it's like 3 stars. You could play it in certain decks. And in Arena it's alright as well, so 3 stars in Arena. I just don't have a specific deck that I would like to play it in, but you can probably slot it in Reno, or Highlander, Demon Hunter, and maybe Outcast. Not sure if you want to play it in Relic. Probably not, to be honest. Oasis Outlaws. Discover a Naga. If you played a Naga while holding this, reduce its cost by 1. There's obviously a lot of Naga minions that you can get. This one feels like Studies, basically. Or you can probably compare it to Studies. It's mana cheat, which obviously is good. You can bank it for the turn with Blind Eye Sharpshooter, so that's nice. Yeah, but I mean, again, if you are playing this card, you probably play this card as well. So if this card is free in Standard, I would give this one free as well, because it's a common and it's mana cheat, which is obviously better than the other Naga cards that we had. In Wild, I just feel like it's too slow, so in Wild it's just 1 star. And in Arena, any discover effect is basically 3 stars or more, so I would give this one probably 4 stars in Arena, because it's better than other discovers, because it's targeting a specific pool of minions. So this is the Demon Hunter class reviewed, and thanks for watching. See ya in the next one.